This is Vasu Deshpande from Easylib Software Private Limited. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Vasu Deshpande from Easylib Software Private Limited, EasyOne Systems. Today is the 24th of February 2026, and today's topic of the webinar is the timetable management in the colleges. Just a little bit introduction about Easylib. Easylib was started about 25 years ago with the goal of providing the high quality software for the Indian market. And in this regard, we developed multiple applications. The one that is really liked by many colleges and universities initially has been the library software, and now gradually we have upgraded our software for the entire campus ERP also. The latest software now is Easylib 8.4, a cloud version for the libraries, and EasyOne 7.2, a cloud version for the campus administration and beyond, helping you to take care of many applications or the modules for functions for running an education institute or even in any other institute, because it has got all the modules including sales desk, service desk, inventory management, project management, and all that. And as far as the academics is concerned, it provides admissions, attendance, student information, staff, exams, timetable, alumni management, placement management, transport management, and many more. And as far as the library is concerned, it has got the three components, including the physical library management that talks about cataloging, membership management, circulation, periodicals, reports, and many more. And the digital library and the institutional repository management system helps you track all your PDF, question paper, theses, documents, and all that in the digital form. And the visitor management helps you manage who all are visiting your campus or the library, printing the ID card, giving them, and tracking how is the visit to your campus or the library going on. So today we have got about 700 customers all over the world. Many of them are in India. And we have got nearly 300 customers using the cloud version of the software. So that means the software is hosted on our Iron Mountain data center, and wherein you do not have to invest any amount on the servers, because we take care of investment on the servers, we maintain the servers, we take a daily backup, and we got all those necessary infrastructure activities to be done. That is all done by our end. And from your end, you just subscribe to our software and log in from any of the PC. We can even designate it to be logged in only by one IP address also. That function is also available. And you will log in with your user ID password and use it just like you use the Gmail. Very simple application, very straightforward to get started. And most of our deployments complete within 1 week at the maximum, including the software deployment, configuration, and the data migration. And it's a very trusted and useful software as communicated by many of our customers. And we love to have you start using many of these applications or the modules in the software. So today the topic of the webinar is timetable management, that's in the colleges or the schools or in the universities and anywhere, because what we have done is that we have written the software which will run for decades together. Because software is one thing which is not like a small, let's say, for example, this is a highlighter. You use it for some time, and then once the ink dries out, you discard it or try to refill, right? So the life of this, the highlighter is probably in a few weeks to few months. But on the other hand, software will run for years together and decades. And we are very happy to state that at least 100 of our customers out of the 700 are using our software for more than 20 years. You can imagine 20 years, it's a long time. When we started, it was Windows 2000, 2003, then 2005, 7, 10, and all that. Now they are running on the latest Windows version. Many of the other softwares have been outdated, but thanks to all of you, thanks to all your support, you have been using our EasyOne and Easylib products for a long time. So with that goal in the mind, we have written the software which is taking care of primarily three things. One is the superior software. That means the software should be the best of the best, because it should help you completely, help you automate as many things as possible. That's the first goal. Second is reliable support. That means the software should be running on a robust infrastructure. We should attend to your service request. We should take the daily backups on the cloud software. and give you a comfort. So that is the second goal of ours. And the third one is continuous innovation, because the things are constantly changing year after year on the technology front. The latest has been on the AI front. Then there is a cyber security front and many, many things. And of course, the one that has been for the last few years is the SaaS, that stands for software as a service, wherein the software is running on the cloud version. So that means if the software is running hosted on our servers, and you will use it just like a Gmail that you use. Okay. So with that background, let's get started with the timetable management system. So let me share my screen and we will get started. Okay. So how do you log into Easylib system? So it's a very simple, straightforward procedure. Okay. So you click on you open the new browser. Okay. So you type whatever the URL has been given to you. Okay. So once you type this URL, the software opens for you. As simple as that. You will have it for your college name.easylib.net or your own domain name or whatever. Okay. So the front end that I'm showing you over here is configured for the library. So that's why you are seeing the physical collections, digital collections, featured books, and many more. But at the same time, this software is for the entire campus ERP. So right now what we will do is we will click on this menu and then see what all functions are available over here. These are the application landscape that we have got. Of course, the first one we use by many customers is the library package. So that's why we have added all these modules over here, the library management module. Library management application, within that there are about 12 modules over here. And this is the institutional repository, digital library management module. This is the user visitor management module. This is the enterprise application management. So that's sales, there's service, there's finance, all of them. GRC, that's the governance, risk, and compliance. That's one of the most important things. The HR management. All of these are part of the enterprise management system. The next one is the academic management system. This is where the timetable comes into the picture. So EasyOne academic administration, sorry. So this is where the academic admission, that's admission, enrollment, fee management, journals. So these are handled primarily by the respective administrators. And the learning management, where the faculty and professors and the teachers use this application. This is where the timetable management comes into picture. We got this timetable, attendance, syllabus, courses, all of learning management. Everything is possible to be tracked within the EasyOne application over here. And the last module is the system module, because this is the cloud software and lot of tracking is possible within this. And we have written a lot of our own tools, like, the database management. How can we make sure that the data is well integrated and so on? The data integrity is good. Then we have the server check module, which constantly keeps checking whether the servers are up and running. And the API management helps you integrate multiple external applications with EasyOne and Easylib. So with this background, let's go over here right to the timetable management. Okay. So we are on the timetable management over here. Okay. So now let's get started. Let me do one thing. The first thing that you would set up when you want to do the timetable management is day of the week. So EasyOne software is written for the university. Okay. So EasyOne software is written for the universities. So that means, so you will be able to define multiple colleges within this. Okay, so let me go into the establishment module over here. So here in the establishment module, these are the colleges you have defined. Once you do this, then you are going to define what are you going to teach in the colleges, right? So you are going to define what you are going to teach. Say, for example, if you happen to be a degree college, okay, so what grades you are teaching, right? So if this is a degree college, let me click, and here you have got BCom, first semester, second semester, third semester, and so on. So this way, you can define what you are going to teach at your institute. And because this is software is configurable at the university level, the administrator will be even able to configure it for the different colleges here. So there's a one-time activity. The faculty doesn't have to do anything, but you will be able to the faculty will be able to run it. So for example, if it's configured for a high school, you will see the first grade, second grade, 8th, 9th grade and all that thing for a school. All right. And if it is a medical college, you will see the medical related degrees, right? MBBS first year, second year, and so on. For our testing purpose, let's go to the degree college. Here you have BCom first year, second year, and all. Then next to that, within that, as per the university syllabus, right, you will be able to define what all subjects are going to be there. Say, for example, if I go to the degree college and the BCom first semester, as per the Bangalore University syllabus that we took it as the reference over here, you have got the business document, business management, business organization, market dynamics, CCEC, digital fluency, and many more. So this is a one-time activity that you are going to perform whenever the schema, right? The scheme, 2020 scheme, 24 scheme, the university keeps changing the schema as per the updates that are happening in the industry, right? So you will be able to define what are the degrees, and within the degrees, what grades, and within the grade, what all subjects you are going to teach. Okay, so this is the foundation for the timetable model. Once you do that, then you need to define who all are the faculty, because the faculty will be taking the timetable, right? So let's do one thing. We will go to the master data management system, wherein you are going to see who all are your faculty here. Okay, so now if I see here the faculty, and here I can choose the multiple, you can define professor, assistant professor, general faculty, and all that. So if I say professor over here, it's going to see what are the professors over here. Within that professor, you have got the faculty, the student, staff, and then you will be able to define anyone and this. Okay. So here, Professor Viresh is a professor. Now there is another professor. Okay. Hitaishi Reddy, right? So many professors you can define over here. So if you see over here, right, the number of data that we have maintained over here is something like 33,000, 32,638 rows. That means we have fed the data as much as possible to make sure that software is able to handle the heavy load. Because as I said earlier, this software is supposed to run for decades together, not just a few months or a year. So we want to make sure that the software, the foundation is rock solid, wherein the tons and tons, or in terms of the thousands or even the lakhs of the data can be maintained using our software. Okay, so now let's go back to this main timetable. We defined an institution, we defined the grades, we defined what all subjects are going to be taught, and then we defined the faculties. So now you are going to do the timetable setup. Again, to go to the timetable setup, just click on it. You have got the timetable model. Just let's start it over here. See, this day setup, what it means is that for some colleges, Monday is the first day of the week. And for some colleges, especially there are a few colleges which have got the Monday as a holiday, so that the Tuesday is the first day of the week. Okay. And if you happen to be running it in out of country, like Dubai and other countries, so there the weekday is, I think the Friday is the weekly holiday, right? So Saturday is the day of the week, first day of the week. So it's always configurable in our software. So that's the first step that you do over here. Then, okay. So because we have set it up for the university level, right? So take the example of a degree college. In this degree college, you are going to define the first period means 9 to 10, next is 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and so on. And you have the option to change the timing for another academic year also. That is also possible over here. Now, degree college started at 9. If it happens to be the high school, you may start the high school at a different time over here. Okay. So high school, if I take, it has got the different, high school, the classes start at 10 o'clock, right? And medical college, whatever time you are starting, you can put that over here. 7:30 is starting. So it's again flexible. Period 1 means what? Second period, what is the time, and so on. Okay. All right. So next class. So now for our technical purpose, we were taking the degree college, right? Right. So degree college, for our testing purpose, we did a lot of setup for this year, academic year 23. So we will take that as the reference here. What it means is that in this academic year 23, here you can closely observe this for this institute in this academic year, right? So BCom A section business management class. Okay, usually, I'm saying usually because the actual class may be held somewhere else. Usually it's held in the lecture hall 1, and the staff ID is SKDC 003. He's going to take. Okay, so weekly 4 classes, daily 1 class. Can it be on the first period? cannot be on the last period. So you are going to do this initial timetable setup. Here, or rather the class parameters you are going to load. Because, for example, when it's in an engineering college, business mathematics or the engineering mathematics, you may have 3 classes per week. So you want to set it up, okay, 3 classes per week. There could be something like, sports class. Sport class, usually you don't keep it on the first period. So you are going to set it up as a first period as no. Why this is important? Because this parameter is going to be used in automatic generation of the timetable. Okay. So what you do is here for this degree college, you are going to set up, if I take this BCom first year, and you are going to set up all the parameters of the first year, different classes. We have got these 5 subjects, right? Who is the primarily assigned one. Okay. So you do that. That is the class parameters one time you set up. Then there is something called class batch. What it means is that most of the time, the degree college, management college, all of this, right? So here, usually the classes are set up by the grade and the section. But let's take an engineering college or a medical college. What happens is that in addition to the grades and sections, you have got the batches, batch 1, batch 2, 3, and so on. So a medical college could have 100 intake, and that intake could be divided into 2 sections. However, when it comes to the practical, you may have, let's say, 6 sections or 8 of them. And you divide these 100 people under different 8 batches, right? Because those people will go into because the lab requires, it's a laboratory, right? That requires all the equipments. If I got only 8 desks over here, you can either ask 8 people to work on it, or maybe the 16 people, 2 per table, or maybe 4, right? 48. But if you have got a strength of, let's say, 400 people, right? So you may have 4 sections, A, B, C, D, but when it comes to the batch, you will have 8 batches of 48 students each. So that is why Easylib has provided even the batch function also, just like a grade and section. Now, this is the crucial part. We are working with you who already have some kind of timetable already. So now if I say, okay, Easylib is now, EasyOne is deployed and then you got to use it, but you got to enter the data one by one. That's a very cumbersome activity. So what we have done is we have even provided the timetable. We can just simply download the timetable over here, feed the data and import it into the EasyOne software. Okay. So you can import the software here. You just have to map all the fields that you have got, academic year, institute, grade, section, and so on. Automatically one time the last year's timetable gets imported into the software. So if you want to test Easylib software, EasyOne software, before you formally start using it, just request that we should load your faster timetable. We will load it, and then once you are happy, you can place the formal purchase order, or you can make the payment directly. Right? So we are confident it will work. So that is what we have done. Is we have provided the import facility, and there is a weekly template of the timetable. What it means is that, say, for example, degree college, and I think, let's say, degree college for this academic year, what I saw, right? And for this grade from grade A section, what it means is that first semester Kannada is going to be taken by Ravi on Monday first period. If I sort it, Monday first period, Monday, oh, there is another first period. That means it is a duplicate. It's going to show now. Monday second period, third period, and so on. Then Tuesday first period, second, third, fourth. Wednesday, like this, it will go over here. Here, what all you are capturing? You are capturing the college name for that academic year grade section. And now you are also capturing who is the staff. You are capturing which room you are going to conduct, and you are going to give a title if you want, and the view document. Okay. So usually what happens is that in a degree college, you do the lesson planning for individual classes, right? So there is a semester. Semester is a 6 months. The classes are held in about 4 months. 4 multiplied, about 13, 17 weeks are there. Okay, take it, round it up as 16 weeks you got. So 16 weeks you are going to take What you are going to teach in the 16 weeks, that is going to be taught in the lesson plan, I'll tell you. But in schools, what happens? You got Monday, something is going to be done. If the first grade, Monday something is done, Tuesday something else is done, Wednesday something else is done. What you are going to do is you are doing the lesson plan by day of the week. Simply the day of the week. Okay. You are not doing everything individually unless you want to do, but broadly. Okay. Monday class instruction. Monday, all the classes will be held in here. Tuesday, all the students will go to the another play area. What you are going to teach on what plays and what all that you will do in the separate lesson plan. But this document, this level, Monday, what is going to be done? Tuesday, what is going to be done? At the day of the week level, you are capturing the information. You can load into it proper documentation. Okay, you maintain the documentation. Again, this is just a one time you do, and the best part is that you can repeat it next year. It will just copy and then create the template for the next year also. So you don't have to spend too much time in doing the data entry. Okay, so this is the weekly. What it means is that Monday, first period for BCom first semester is going to be Kannada taken by Ravi in the lecture hall 1. That is what it is. But another academic year, you may have different timetable. Another one academic timetable, different timetable. That's all fine. See, right now I am logged in as admin. That is the reason you are seeing so many options. But when you log in as a faculty, right, you will not see too many options over here because you are designated for one institute and you are operating on one academic year. So you will just have to choose the grade section and then make the data entry. Pretty simple. Adding a new one is also very simple over here. You just go and add this data. Okay. So now you got this timetable template you have set. Now attendance. When it comes to the attendance, right, you want a date-wise timetable, not okay. I am back over here. So here there was a little glitch. So let me stop and then share again. Okay. 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 Let me share here. Okay. Now you got. Okay. All right. So now here what we are going to do here is that in the weekly template. So this is the institute and the grade section you got it over here. Now when it comes to the attendance, right, you are going to take the attendance by day. So what is going to be there? Build a weekly schedule. So now what you are going to do is you are going to take the degree college data for that academic year. We saw that, right? If you want to copy the same thing for this year also, what you do is you simply go here, become first year, everything is there. Okay, let's choose this A section if you want to copy, or you can blindly copy everything also. Just to choose everything, build schedule. If I want to copy it for this week, 2026, February 23, that's it. That's it. One shot, the entire schedule is built, right? For that particular week. Because if one particular staff, let's say Ravi is going to be absent on 25th of February, what you would need to do, the template will not help, but this particular schedule will help, wherein only for that day you are going to assign another staff. Because changing the template means every class will get affected. But he is going to be absent for only 1 or 2 days, right? Only for the 2 days you are going to have a substitute. Okay. So that is what it is. All right. So now let's go next to the lesson planning. What does this lesson planning means is that again, I was telling about the grade-wise lesson plan, class-wise lesson plan. What it means is that if you happen to be in high school, what you are going to teach to the students on that particular day, right? So for that grade, you are going to capture. So this is the lesson plan. You know, in my family, there are a few people who teach for the LKG and UKG. So there is only one class teacher. Throughout that, 6 hours, same person is there. So he or she will do what is going to be done for that particular day. Okay, there is a date-wise, grade-wise lesson plan. There is no subject over here. All the 6 subjects, one person has done in LKG and UKG, junior KG. So that is why you have the document updated at this level. But when it comes to the higher level, right, you got class-wise time, class-wise lesson plan. So if you happen to be in the degree college and for this academic year, for this BCom first grade, right, here, what are you going to teach in this Kannada? So this is all common, grade and institute and all that. Date is there, grade is there, section is there. Today on 20th June, what you are going to teach, 21st, what you are going to teach, all that you can track over. So that way, one time you do the lesson plan. Very important. One time you do the lesson plan, then what you are going to do is you are going to replicate that over here. Okay. So that way, whatever you have done the lesson plan last year, you can copy and then attach here. Only whatever changes you want to do, you are going to do. So this is academic year, date, period, grade section, and what is the lesson plan you are attaching for that day. Imagine this. See, how do you think some of these number of the schools will extraordinarily grow? Because at one school you can do all the groundwork. Then all other schools may follow the same model. So there is a extreme amount of repeatability possible in this. So that's why there is a class-wise lesson plan you are going to do. Okay. All right. So now imagine the amount of the depth we have gone in the software over here. Okay. So you did this. All right, what else is there? You can imagine we started a school, we started a degree college, we defined what we are going to teach, we added a section, right? We decided what all sections we are going to, what are classes we are going to teach, what are the subjects, and then we defined, okay, what is Monday, Tuesday, and all, what is first period, second period. Then we built the class parameters, how many days this particular class is going to be held, this particular subject is going to be taken in a week, and so on. Then we built the timetable, or we simply imported the data from last year. Then we did a lesson planning by the day of the week. We did a lesson planning by the grade, especially useful for the schools. Then we, primary school and all that. Then we did a lesson planning for the higher education, where the lesson planning is done by the class, individual subject. Okay. All right. Then now the simple thing, it's just a matter of showing the data that's available over here. So what we will do is for this academic year, if I want to see here, so now if I put a staff ID, it's going to show the staff timetable here. Okay. So if I go over here, timetable summary, now what is that timetable? The template, if I see, and I just pick up any of them, this particular staff, if I take Divya, and if I go over here, the schedule summary, and if I put this staff ID, I am going to see the details of what all classes he or she has been assigned. So Divya has been assigned for BCom first semester on Monday second period she is going to take. Tuesday second period, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. If Divya is going to be on leave for a certain days, you got to do the replacement for this. Very simple. Okay. So by staff, you are going to see what all she is teaching. And if Divya is supposed to go to another college, then you know exactly what the new teacher should take. So simply go to this place where the Divya is taking the classes, put the different staff ID. As simple as that. Okay. So now here timetable assignment assessment by class. What does it mean over here? This is just to see how the classes are assigned by different staff. Vasu Deshpande has been assigned to take Thursday one class. Ravi is supposed to take one class on Friday. Kumar, different people are taking the different class on different days. So you know whether the load is even or not. Here for our testing purpose, Everybody is taking one class each year. No issue. Sometimes somebody is taking no classes, somebody is assigned 10 classes in one day. 10 is too much, correct? So this will give a comparison chart of whether we have done the data correctly or not. Okay. Similarly, the timetable, by location, what happens if the same room is allocated again for the timetable, right? So now this will help you eliminate that kind of changes here. Okay. So now Friday, this room, degree college, Friday, 3 classes are supposed to be there. You said each class is 1 hour, right? If it says that 25 classes are going to be held on that day in that room, that means long, right? So the room ID is going to be. Okay. But right now, this SDLC hall number 001 for Friday is going to be occupied with 3 classes, right? Like that. So now, grade section, timetable statistics assign. If I say degree college, if I go over here, okay. So for this degree college, this academic year, if I choose over here, I have got so BCom first semester, A section, Friday, 5 classes, right? Another day, five. Monday to Friday, we got 5. Fair enough, correct? So it also shows, see, I choose only the institute in academic year. I didn't say the grade. So that means that the principal has done the proper setup for BCom first semester. What about the second, third, fourth? Not done. So immediately the principal will get a message saying that, or the information that he is yet to set up the timetable for. Okay. All right. Now let's go to the reports over here. What all kind of reports they have got? So now if we say the degree college. Okay. So I choose the degree college over here. What it means that SDB, they saw staff 1 is supposed to take Kannada, 2 is supposed to take Sanskrit, 3 is supposed to take Tamil. Okay. So this is going to tell you for that particular, if I choose the day of the week over here, what all is going to be taken on Monday. How this class are going to be occupied by different people. So BCom first semester Kannada is going to be taken by SDCBS 001 from 8:55 to 8. And here the staff 2 is going to take Sanskrit elsewhere, Tamil elsewhere. This is the mathematics. So you get a picture of for that particular day of the week, what classes are going to be held by whom. If you take a PDF, right, you can also go and paste it on the board. So similarly, there is a class-wise timetable report here. So now if I choose the degree college and this was the grade, correct? So I think we'll choose the BCom first semester A section. So now Monday, these are the class. There is a 3 parallel classes going on. No? First, somebody has taken Kannada, somebody has taken Sanskrit, somebody has taken Tamil as the first language. So Monday, that's why all the 3 are parallel. But if you go to that particular class, no, it will be held in 3 different rooms. So second period is going to be business management, third business is going to be business automation management, and so on. Only 3 periods we have set up. That's why it's showing the complete data. So now this is again, you can generate a PDF. First BCom first year SMS, you just print it and then paste it on the notice board. That's all. Imagine this amount of effort if you are going to put if you have to do everything. So easily it makes the life easy. That's the purpose of this module over here. So this is a class-wise timetable we saw. Then schedule summary. So this is a kind of a multiple reports over here. Schedule summary for this grade, what is going to be taught, when is going to be taught, all those details, MBA first year, Professor Sanath Kumar, demo of the application, his plan, all that you are seeing. So it builds a schedule of who is going to do work on what. Suppose one particular date has been declared as a holiday. Then you know that, okay, exactly what are the classes scheduled for that day, because only for those days, right, you got to assign a different faculty. Okay. Then there is a day-wise class schedule summary. Again, there's a lot of test data. That's why showing all null. We'll ignore that. So now here what it means, the 3rd March 2025, BCom first semester A section, business management taken by Divya on this day. Very simple schedule summary here. There are multiple conditions you can search by institute, academic year, grade, section, all that you can do over here. Then faculty timetable report. So it means that basically What it means is that if I go over here, put the timetable of the faculty ID, I see that he is supposed to take 6 classes in a week, Monday in the second period, Tuesday second period, and so on. So if I put another faculty over here, number 6, if I put nothing, now she has not been assigned to take any classes. Okay. Now if I take 2, okay, no class. Yeah, 2 is also assigned Monday, first period is assigned. See if you put that 4, right? 4 was assigned for the second class, second period. Number 1 is assigned for, I don't know where, for Monday, first semester. Kannada. So I think 2 is Sanskrit teacher. So that's why you'll all see Sanskrit and all that. 3, maybe Tamil teacher, right? Yeah, exactly. You are going to take the faculty timetable report here. So basically, if any point of time, if you want to see the timetable of what it is, you can simply go to the screen. There are multiple screens available over here. You can choose what you want. You are going to see the timetable over here. Complete timetable report, degree college you put over here for this academic year. Give me the data. It's going to give the data for the day of the week or the entire week itself. You can take it. With a complete picture you are going to get. Okay. How do we deploy this timetable software? It's very easy for you. The moment you become a customer of Easylib for the libraries or EasyOne for the entire automation of your institute, you get this timetable module included in that. So for trial, it's complimentary, but when you start using the production, there will be some fees. So we request those of you who are already our customers, just open a ticket to upgrade to the newer version, including the timetable. Then have your faculty try it out. Then only you give the purchase order. It's like, I know that you have got a lot of choices, right? That is why we do not want to force you. But at the same time, we are very confident once you like it, once you see it, you are going to like it. So very, very open and flexible. You will have an opportunity to try it out before you place the order. Okay. So this was the timetable details over here. So as you see, it may look little text oriented, tables and all that, but that is what is containing the data. When we go into an ATM card, right? We are more worried about whether I'm getting the money correctly or not. You don't worry about how this screen, the jazzy screen looks like, because you are focused on withdrawing the money or depositing the money. Similarly, in EasyOne software, we want to make sure that the focus is on the data to make sure that everything runs smooth. The screens can always be enriched, which is already going on right now. Probably the next version, you will see much better screens also. But right now, everything is ready and you can start using it right away. And for those of you who are ready to try it out, simply give us a call. And here are the numbers over here. So these are the two numbers, 9844081710 or 63645744490. These are our support numbers. And here is my ID, vasumd@easylib.net. You just write an email. We'll be happy to work with you and help you utilize the timetable over here. So that's about it for now. It was a very focused session on the timetable. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to go to the attendance, because the moment when I click on this one particular timetable, the next it goes into the attendance module here. Okay. So in the attendance, it's closely working with the timetable. Okay. We will cover that part in the next webinar. Okay. So that's about it. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. If you have questions, I'll be happy to take. You can post it. Let me see if there are any messages that have been posted. If there are messages, the questions are there, I'm going to answer. Otherwise, we are going to conclude this webinar. Mallikarjun, if you have any questions, you can ask quickly. Okay. Or anybody else on the call who is on. Okay. Or anybody else who has got any other questions not visible on the screen due to the privacy concerns, can still ask the questions. We'll be happy to answer them for you. And as far as our contact details, again, these are the contact details: 9844081710, 63645744490, or you can write to me at vasumd@easylib.net, or reach sidhu@easylib.net, or simply sales@easylib.net. We will be very happy to have you as a customer and get you started on the journey of this taking the best benefit of this software, EasyOne software, that you can use it for your educational institute. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye for now. We'll meet in the timetable webinar or later this week or early next week. Have a great day. Bye.